Ladies and gentlemen, welcome out to week number 5 of World Battle Entertainment. My name is CBAD, coach of the Detroit Steel Wings. We are here this week with week 5 of the WBE. What are we here with, Chase? We're here with our week 5 battle. We're going up against Visually in the Antarctic Aegislash. If you guys want to go check out my opponent's channel, feel free to. Link will be in the description as always. Definitely always encourage watching both sides of the video so that way you guys see what went into this epic clash of the Titans. And by epic clash of the Titans, I mean, imagine Hercules taking on a Titan, but instead of Hercules, it's Phil, the GOAT. I'm the GOAT, not literal GOAT at this point, not like greatest of all time. Like, I'm very worried going into this matchup. It's definitely going to be something interesting. We gotta play to our strengths, and I really haven't stressed about a matchup in quite a while. Actually, I've never looked at a matchup that really just on paper I was terrified by. Visually's team is incredible, absolutely incredible. We'll go through some team breakdowns. If you guys missed last week's battle, a little bit unfortunate, we ended up picking up a loss last week, so we're currently 2-2. My opponent is 3-1, so while it doesn't seem like the end of the world, you know, we still want to keep on our toes and still try our best to make playoffs this season. Of course, we're gonna go full face cam really quickly so you guys can check out the Detroit Steel Wings merchandise, pick it up for a limited time, help keep the lights on around here, please. Please, I haven't had lights on in months. I'm kidding. I appreciate your guys' support. Everybody who's picked one up, you guys support them with me every Saturday. Appreciate you guys. And those of you guys who are like, well, what about us who just watching, who can't pick up a shirt? Appreciate you too. What if you guys are like, shut the hell up and get into the battle? You're watching my video. I still appreciate it. Don't click through the ads. Thank you. But anyways, we're here today with our week 5 matchup. It's tough. It's really tough. No joke. We're gonna kind of talk about some things. If you guys are new, I do have a little bit of a pop-up that comes on screen in post-production that'll tell you guys when to hop right on ahead of the battle if you guys just want to watch that. Of course, I always encourage that you guys watch the whole team builder so you guys know what the sets I'm bringing, what they're made for, what I'm afraid of, what I'm planning for, so on and so forth. But of course, the battle is there if you guys want to go on ahead and skip on ahead. Thank you guys for the support this season. It's been absolutely incredible. I hope you guys stick around. Feel free to subscribe if you're new. We've got the other league that's going on right now, the Breejex Battle Royale, and then we will have another league starting after that. League content is really my favorite thing with Pokemon right now. So definitely stick around for that. Make sure you guys subscribe and support the team. So that way you guys can just watch us take on championship after championship and hopefully just bring home every trophy. That wall is going to be filled with trophies by the time we're done with this year. But enough about all that. I am done rambling. You guys are going to start to see some teams appear on screen right about now. My opponent's team consists of Jirachi, Alakazam, Diggersby, Primarina, Charizard, Dragalge, Palisand, Sharpedo, Rotom Fan, Scrafty, and Tangela. Some things to note about my opponent's team is that he has 2 rockers in the form of Jirachi and Palisand, both very reliable stealth rockers. He has a spiker in the form of Diggersby. He has a toxic spiker in the form of Dragalge. No spinners, no cleric support, 2 defoggers in the form of Charizard and Rotom Fan. So looking at that, it really, at first glance, it doesn't seem like something that we're unable to overcome, but just he has so many Pokemon that we need to get ahead of the ball offensively, because the minute we let him get offensive momentum, it is going to be so hard to break that. So we need to stay on top of that, and we've got a game plan in place. We're going to do our best to just kind of set up and go. If I had to anticipate 6 Pokemon that my opponent would bring, I definitely think Primarina would show up. I have nothing that switches into a Choice Specs Primarina. Absolutely nothing. If that doesn't show up, that I promise that is a weight off my chest. I definitely think Alakazam could show up, either a Sash Magic Guard set or a Life Orb offensive set. Either way, because mainly it can just hit my my 1 Dark type super effectively. It's not the bulkiest Dark type, so Dazzling Gleam or a well-connected Focus Blast will do really well. Diggersby could show up. Diggersby is probably pretty helpful in my opinion. It does provide a spiker, provide some really good physical pressure for my team. Palisand could show up if he wanted to have a more defensive Pokemon to kind of help out with things like Terrakion. I could definitely see Palisand showing up. Jirachi can definitely show up. Jirachi is a great Pokemon. I think is one of those that you can bring every week. And then I think Scrafty could show up as well. I think Palisand and Scrafty could show up to kind of handle the Terrakion and Gengar offensive combo. But Sharpedo could show up. I mean, Charizard in a sense could show up. Dragalge could show up and just start tossing off adaptability moves off of a base 97. No, not 197. A regular 97 special attack. I mean, it's a really well put together team. I'm really a fan of his team, and I do think that it's going to be able to put in some work against us. And we're hopefully have the 6 that we need to bring to kind of take down this team. So the first Pokemon that we're going to be bringing this week is Samantha the Gengar. She's rocking her Life Orb with the Cursed Body ability. Shadow Ball, Energy Ball, Dazzling Gleam, and Sludge Wave. We have 76 EVs in HP, 252 EVs in special attack, 180 EVs in speed with a timid nature. With the 180 EVs in speed with a timid nature, we are outspeeding the Jirachi. With 252 EVs in special attack, we are getting the most damage output, most bang for our buck, and the other 76 are just kind of there to, you know, do some things. Just overall, there wasn't a really a hit that we needed to run or anything like that. So what we ended up doing was just tossing all of that back in there. I've got the calcs here because Gengar is truthfully our win con this week. So we've got some few backups, but Gengar absolutely goes ham. So we outspeed a max speed Jirachi. We have a 93.8% chance to one-shot 0 HP Jirachi. So if he's like Banded Jirachi, or if we can get webs up spoilers on a Scarf Jirachi, we do have a 93.8% chance to Oko. If he's max HP Jirachi, maybe like a defensive set, we have a 6% chance to Oko max HP Jirachi. If he's especially defensive set, we obviously can't do that, but that's our window of opportunity there. 6 to 93% chance to absolutely blow it backwards. Of course, any pre-existing damage will allow Gengar to just pick up that KO a little bit better. We are outspeeding Alakazam after Sticky Webs as well. We're Okoing both 8-0 and max HP variants of Alakazam should either of those show up. We are Okoing 0 HP, so offensive Diggersby with Energy Ball. We are one-shotting max HP Primarina with Sludge Wave. We do 2-hit KO Charizard with Sludge Wave, so that is the I wanted to bring Thunderbolt, but there were some more prevalent threats on the team that I felt like we can just hit Charizard neutrally. Standard Dragalge that has a HP and some special defense investment. That thing can kind of take some hits. We 3-hit KO that with Shadow Ball, so if it does show up, we need to wear that thing down a little bit before Gengar can come in and do some work. Max HP Palisand, we can Oko a Shadow Ball. If he brings a specially defensive Palisand, as opposed to the defensive set that I would anticipate, we 2-shot it with Shadow Ball, so we need to kind of keep that in mind and kind of scout for damage. Max HP Sharpedo, if Sharpedo shows up, we do 1-shot that with Energy Ball, Dazzling Gleam, and Sludge Wave. Max HP Rotom Fan is a 2-hit KO with Sludge Wave. The standard Scrafty set that has, let me actually pull this up here because I just wrote down standard Scrafty, but as far as the set itself goes, standard Scrafty has 252 as far as the RU bulk up set goes. Max HP 144 in special defense with a careful nature. Very specially defensive. Dazzling Gleam does 1-shot. I've drafted Scrafty in the past and I've run like those bulky specially defensive AV sets. So if that's the case, we do not 1-shot. We need some pre-existing damage. We need to kind of figure what out that thing has beforehand. And then we actually Oko max HP, max special defense, Eviolite Tangle with Sludge Wave as well. With a little bit of chips, some webs, and like a sprinkling of pixie dust, Gengar pulls through for us this week. So that's going to be the game plan. Next Pokemon that we need to kind of put this game plan together is going to be Hive Mind the Orbeetle. Hive Mind is dedicated lead 100% of the time. We have the Focus Sash with the Frisk ability. Frisk is going to give us a little bit of intel on his team, so maybe we can get an idea of like any Choice Scarf members, any offensive members, any Assault Vest, any Resistance Berries, things like that. We have Sticky Web, U-Turn, Recover, and Body Press. We have 28 EVs in HP, 252 in defense, 228 in speed with a Jolly Nature. With the 228 in speed and a Jolly Nature, we are outspeeding Rotom Fan, so we are able to get up Sticky Webs in front of that thing if need be. The 252 in defense just gives us the most possible output for our Body Press, going up against things like Diggersby, going up against things like Scrafty, going up against things like Jirachi as well, just giving us the best way to hit. U-Turn is there for the momentum, and then of course Sticky Webs are there for, you know, just a little bit of pivoting. 28 HP, really wasn't any place else that we needed to put that. Dedicated lead. We go in, we click Sticky Web, and then he can only defog, so he can't hazard stack us with anything. If he does, he gets rid of his own hazards. So we do need to keep mindful of that, but we are pretty fast. We should be able to get some fast webs up against his team and kind of go from there. Next Pokemon to bring in on the team. I was so proud of her last week, and it was so unfortunate that she got burned because I really felt like she could have brought it home. She's getting a second chance this week. We're bringing back more Meepo, the Morpeko. She's got her booties on with the Hunger Switch ability, Protect, Aura Wheel, Parting Shot, and Rapid Spin. 44 EVs in HP, 252 in attack, 212 in speed with an Adamant Nature. With this, we do outspeed Jolly Diggersby if he has Life Orb or Abandoned sets. And then after a Aura Wheel, we do get a little bit more speed on there. Parting Shot's really great to be able to pivot around on his team. Protect is really nice as well because we are able to use our Hunger Switch. So if Diggersby comes in and we're in the electric form and we need to hit it with a Dark Aura Wheel, we Protect and then we're able to go for our Dark Aura Wheel the next turn. Rapid Spin is really nice as well. It does give us another speed boost on the switch, and it does also allow us to remove any hazards. In case he feels like hazard stacking but keeping webs up, we can remove those hazards ourselves. The only ghost type he has on his team is Palisand, which does not want to take a Dark Aura Wheel from Morpeko. Like I said, I think Morpeko can kind of do some pre-existing chip damage prior to Gengar coming in, and we can kind of go from there. Next Pokemon that we're bringing that's going to be able to take advantage of these sticky webs is Moose the Terrakion. He's my best bro. He is rocking the Choice Band with the Justified ability, Earthquake, Close Combat, Poison Jab, and Rock Slide. We have 52 EVs in HP, 252 in attack, 4 in defense, 4 in special defense, 196 in speed with a Jolly Nature. With this, we are outspeeding the Jirachi, and we are hitting absolutely everything. Earthquake is there for the likes of Jirachi, for Dragalge. Close Combat hits really literally everything on his team. Poison Jab helps out with the Primarina as well as the Tangela, and then Rock Slide is there to help out with Charizard and Rotom Fan if need be. We really just come in and click buttons once we can get webs up with this. Nothing too crazy there. We do have a little bit of some support to kind of help out our webs this week. We're bringing Cilantro the Whimsicott. He's got his leftovers with the Prankster ability. We do have Tailwind, Leech Seed, Energy Ball, and Moonblast. 132 EVs in HP, 252 in special attack, 124 in speed with a Timid Nature. If we're unable to get sticky webs up, or for some weird reason Scarf Alakazam shows up and outspeeds us still after webs, we can get a last minute Tailwind off and go from there. Leech Seed is really nice to get recovery off on some of our other members. Energy Ball is really nice because it is going to help out with Primarina. That thing is just a monster, absolute monster. I cannot stress it enough, the absolute monster that Primarina is. And then Moonblast helps out with the non-resisted hits. We can get a little bit of chip off on Dragalge. It does super effective damage against Sharpedo and Scrafty both. In case we need to wear any Pokemon down for Gengar coming in after the fact, we can go from there. Prankster Leech Seed will be really nice as well if we can get like maybe a Tailwind up and then a Leech Seed for some chip damage. You know, survive a hit, something like that. We can hopefully bring in some of our other Pokemon here, but a little bit of extra speed support. Dual Stab just did really, really nice this week, and then Leech Seed is always nice to get ourselves a little bit of recovery and get a little bit of chip damage in the process. The last Pokemon we're bringing, this is, again, a really hard matchup, and I just have to go into it confidently with my team and know that this is going to be the 6 that we got it. So this is the weirdest Cloyster set I want to say I've ever brought and that you might have ever seen. We're bringing Bunker the Cloyster. He's rocking Light Clay with the Shell Armor ability, Light Screen, Teleport, Icicle Spear, and Reflect. We have 4 EVs in HP, 252 in defense, 252 in speed with an Impish Nature. With the 252 in speed with a non-invested nature, we're actually able to outspeed Scrafty by 1 point, which is fantastic. We're able to get a Reflect up in front of that thing. The 252 EVs in defense with an Impish Nature do give us the most physical capabilities to be able to take hits from the likes of Jirachi, from Diggersby, from Sharpedo, from Scrafty as well, so we can get up some screens. And then Teleport is a -6 switch initiative, so if he does fear us going for something like a Shell Smash, we can go for a Teleport there on the switch, bring in one of our other Pokemon, and kind of go from there. It's a very, like, this is the motliest crew of Pokemon I think I've ever brought. And as I'm talking about it, I'm getting more confident about this matchup. So I'm really looking forward to it. Visually is a great battler, and I'm really looking forward to having this match and seeing where the cards may fall. Hope you guys have enjoyed the team builder. Feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm going to cut to where we connect, and I'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with our Week 5 battle in WBE. The Detroit Steelwings are taking on visually in the Antarctic Aegislash. If you guys didn't watch the team builder, you guys see the 6 that I am bringing right down below. Life Orb Gengar, Webs Orbeetle, Heavy Duty Boots Morpeko, Banded Terrakion, Leftover Tailwind Whimsicott, Teleport, Dual Screens Cloyster. You guys see the 6 that I think my opponent is bringing right there. Let me know what you guys think of the team at preview. I'm really excited to get into this matchup, and I'm going to cut to preview, and we'll be right back. All right, so we do see only one Pokemon that I did not prep for. Well, not necessarily didn't prep for. We did not see the Diggersby show up, and instead we see the Dragalge showing up. So that is absolutely fine. I assume I don't even want to anticipate what Scrafty's going to have, but he has no Defogger on his side, which means we're going to be able to get these webs up, and hopefully they are just here to stay. So we're leading off with our Orbeetle here. We're going to get our webs up and hopefully kind of go from there. We need some chip damage off on the Scrafty, depending on the sets, and some chip damage on the Dragalge, depending on the set as well. But seeing no Defogger there really does give me hope. We're going to see exactly what happens here. Again, game plan for those guys who did not watch the team builder is to go with webs, get webs up turn 1, and kind of go from there. So my opponent has, there we go. I was about to say 5 seconds left. All right. Sometimes these timers, man, every single matchup that I have played recently has just been horrendous, absolutely horrendous. So definitely looking forward to this matchup here. Happy that we can connect on Wi-Fi and get it done. So let's see what my opponent is going to lead off with here, as he leads off with Cinderella, which is going to be the Jirachi. Okay, that's fine by me. We're pretty defensive, so I don't have a problem with that, and we are Focus Sash. So if he does try to flinch us around and stuff, we are going to see it's Cassiberry. Interesting. So that's the Ghost Berry. That is good to note. We are going to go on ahead and get our webs up here. And see what happens. Jirachi with the Cassiberry. That's very interesting. I mean, it's good prep for the Gengar, of course. So we do need to keep in mind that that is a thing. And we're faster as well. Okay. Slower than Orbeetle. As he gets up Stealth Rocks. That's fine by me. That's absolutely fine by me. We can start getting some chip damage for Gengar to want to come in after the fact now. We still have, we also do have the, what's it called? The Rapid Spin on Morpeko as well to kind of help out with those hazards, should they be of problem to us, of consequence. But let's just kind of go and see what we got here. I got a note here that Jirachi is slower than Orbeetle. So it's probably really defensive Jirachi at that point, because we are here to outspeed Rotom Fan, which is base 86. So I'm curious what the Jirachi is going to be there to outspeed. We're just going to go for the body press here to get some damage up. Sticky webs are, I do love the background. I'm glad I always, whenever I host, I've just got the generic gym background. So having this is a nice change of pace. So I do thank Viz for having that set up there. He actually withdraws and goes out into Jasmine, which is going to be the Palisand. So that's actually a really great play considering the body press was coming out here. No troubles there. The body press is fine. So I definitely, I'm just going to go for the U-turn here. Get a little bit of chip damage. I think Whimsicott is probably our best play to go out into. Especially if a Shadow Ball is coming off. We could go more Pico, but that's if a ground move comes off. I wouldn't want to do that. So let's go out into Whimsicott here. We're going to get a little rocks damage, which is fine. Has the Toxic on Palisand. Okay, so not the end of the world. Not the end of the world at all. We can go for a Leech Seed right here pretty freely, as potentially that Dragalge wants to come out. But we'll get our leftovers here. Moonblast is pretty spammable against this team as well. I have no problem going for a Moonblast. The Leech Seed recovery could be nice on there, but I am just going to go for that, especially if Dragalge is going to be the switch in here. As it's Ariel. Are these all princesses? Here's Dragalge. Okay. So Dragalge is going to get the speed drop. That's fine. We're going to get some good damage off on this thing, and we can kind of scout and see what type of set it is. That's very especially defensive. We do get our leftovers recovery. Orbeetle is, again, probably our best play here to switch in. We don't want to take too much. We do see Black Sludge on the Dragalge. So what I do want to do here is just go right on out into our Orbeetle. We already know that he's got the Black Sludge, so I'm not too worried about that. A Sludge Wave is pretty free against us at this point in time. Draco Meteor can hurt us. Sludge Wave is doing okay, but the Dragon type move is really what's going to hurt us right here. It's going to be our best bet overall, though. We're going to take 75% to rocks. That is fine. We do, of course, frisk that Black Sludge. And there's the Sludge Wave coming off. Okay. Not doing too much to us, so that's fine. I've got no issue just going for a... I've got no issue just going for a recover here. Especially if he thinks a Psychic move might come off. I've shown Body Press, I've shown U-turn, and I've showed Sticky Web. So he may think that the Psychic move is getting ready to come off and go out into Palisand. Or Jirachi, alternatively. So U-turn would have been a good play there, especially as he does go out into the Palisand one more time. And we still don't know what type of what type of item this thing has, but we'll just recover here. And I'm gonna recover one more time, especially just to see what he wants to go for. I want to scout and get a little bit more about this set. We can't touch it, unfortunately. Here's the Shadow Ball. Okay. And that is some big boy damage. Okay. And he does get the Spadef drop as well. So I think this might be time for Orbeetle to go down. I think this might be time for Orbeetle to go down. If there's another Shadow Ball coming out. Let's just U-turn. Let's keep Orbeetle around as a sack. Let's just U-turn. Because we can start to get something like Cloyster in here to help out with this thing too. Go for a light screen or reflect in front of it. Let's go back out into the Whimsicott here. I can kind of play liberally with Whimsicott because I think I can, at least, because we don't see the because he doesn't have a defogger. Webs are here to stay. He goes for another Shadow Ball. That's going to be doing some big boy damage to us. We're going to get our leftovers recovery. And I think this time around what I'm going to do is go for a Leech Seed on something. Alternatively, Moonblast still is another great play to go up against that Dragalge, but let's go on ahead. Let's just go for a Leech Seed here. Let's see what draws. We went for the Moonblast last time, so nope, he's going to go right back out into Aerial again. So if we can connect this Leech Seed, we'll get a little bit of chip damage to mitigate that Black Sludge, and then we can go on ahead and just sack our, potentially our Orbeetle as well. We could also sack Whimsicott potentially. We do have Sludge Wave on Gengar, and we do have Aura Wheel on Morpeko to help out with the Primarina. So maybe a little bit of chip damage on this thing wouldn't be so bad to help out, especially with Click and Earthquake with Bandit Terrakion. That might be nice. Let's go on ahead. Let's get a little bit more chip damage off on this thing. I'm going to go for the Moonblast here. I'm going to go for that Moonblast so it puts Gengar in a better position. We do get a special attack drop, which is going to be good for us in the long run, and Dragalge is going to knock out Whimsicott. Okay, so we know he's like pretty offensive, and I'm curious about how Terrakion is going to be able to handle this thing. Terrakion against the Dragalge. Earthquake should be doing half. We know he's not. Yeah, Earthquake is doing a lot from Terrakion. Let's go on ahead and go out into Terrakion here. And what I want to do is I'm just going to go right for that Earthquake here. Scrafty can definitely come out to take this hit. Scrafty can definitely come out to take this hit. This is actually Jasmine. Okay. So Palisand comes out to take that hit. Let's see how much this Earthquake is doing to Palisand. Not a lot. Okay. Not a lot at all. So I do not want to take a rock move. I'm going to go out into Orbeetle here, and we're going to sack that. Because even after a certain point, Gengar should be able to start putting in some work here. Let's see what we got. I don't want to take that other Earthquake. Let's switch out. This thing is probably going to either Toxic or Shadow Ball. Probably Shadow Ball, if I had to imagine. We find the Lumberry on this thing. Okay. And he's got Shore Up. Okay. So we see Lumberry and we see Shore Up. Very interesting. Okay. I was getting ready to say Palisand KOs us. So Let's go on ahead and recover here with let's go on and recover here with our Orbeetle then. Try to stay in the game just a little bit longer. Now I'm curious what more Pico is doing to this thing if I can get in, since we know he's not the since we know he is not. Oh, that did a lot of damage. Okay. If I can get hangry mode off, Orbeetle's doing about 59 to 69 to this thing. That's unfortunate. I think I'm going to let Orbeetle go down. And I think what I need to do is I need to potentially scare him out with Cloyster. There's the Shadow Ball. I think Palisand KOs us now. KOs Orb. All right. Tuna's got Toxic Shadow Ball shore up. He's at pretty full health. I think now is when I go out into Cloyster. And maybe a Light Screen is how I play this. Yeah, Shadow Ball is going to hurt us, but Icicle Spear is doing a lot of damage. I think what I want to do is I do want to go for that Light Screen. Especially if something like Jirachi comes in afterwards. He withdraws. Okay, so we're going to get a free screen up as he goes out into Pocahontas, which is going to be the Scrafty here. Okay. So I want to see, what is your ability? Do you have Intimidate? Probably Intimidate. There's the Intimidate. We're going to get our Light Screen up, and then I also want to get a Reflect up, I believe, in front of this thing as well. Or do I just go for the Teleport? We're pretty bulky. Let's go for the Reflect. We're faster than this thing. As he's got the bulk up. Okay. Very nice. So we are going to be able to teleport out now. As he's got Substitute. Okay. Okay. So we got sub bulk up Scrafty here. I think I need to go out into Terrakion and click Close Combat. Do we see leftovers? We do see leftovers. So if I can keep this thing out from behind a sub, Gengar should be able to take care of it. So let's go on ahead and just Close Combat this thing. And you could go for another substitute right here. He just goes for the Drain Punch. That's fine. Drain Punch is not going to knock us out because of this. Now, I think this is a good opportunity to switch out into Gengar here. I need to start playing a little bit more offensively. I'm going for Close Combat to knock this thing out. I think Palisand's a great switch into this thing. I'm going to go right out into Gengar. If he predicts that and goes for a Dark type move, that's a great play on my opponent's part. But what I need to do here is on his switch into Palisand, I need to go out into Gengar. He withdraws. Okay, we're looking good. Goes out into Jasmine, which is going to be the Palisand here. Okay. So, again, we can Oko max HP, like the defensive Palisand that's here for Terrakion. I will go on ahead and go for that Shadow Ball right here. We know that he's got Lumberry. It's not the Ghost Berry. Because he withdraws. Okay, so he doubles back out, and he's going to go back out into Aerial, which is going to be the Dragalge. We are going to be able to two-hit KO this thing, I believe. We're definitely going to be able to 2-hit KO this thing. Even with the Spadef drop, Gengar is going to be able to pick up this thing. I'll go ahead and go for that Shadow Ball one more time. And Gengar KOs Dragalge. Okay. Let's see what he wants to go out into next. We still have Gengar. We do not want to make sure all my calcs are closed. We do not have Orbeetle. Orbeetle, Whimsicott, and Dragalge are all gone. He's got the Cassid Berry. So Jirachi is a pretty safe play right now. Jirachi's a very, very safe play right now as he goes out to Mulan. Mulan's going to be the Alakazam. Now, this screams at me Sash Alakazam. This screams at me Sash Alakazam. So what I want to do here, I think on the Psychic, is I want to go out into... I want to go out into more Pico. There's the Psyshock. Okay. The Dazzling Gleam wore off, unfortunately, but that is okay. We are faster in this thing, and I can bring it down to its Sash. I could also simply Parting Shot, but I think Aura Wheel is going to be my play right here. As he withdraws. Okay, so Parting Shot would have been a better play there offensively. As he goes out into Pocahontas, which is the Scrafty. We're not going to get too big of a hit off on this thing. He's going to get the Intimidate off on us. But that is fine. Did you get the speed boost? Now, our Reflect is still up, and we do see here that his leftovers are going to go up, so he could easily go for a bulk up or a substitute right here. I think what I want to do, I think he would potentially go for a sub. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Let's Parting Shot. Let's Parting Shot, and let's go out into Cloyster here. As the Drain Punch goes off. Now, that may take us out. Almost. Now, I think in order to get as much damage off on this thing as possible and prevent it from going for a sub, I think I need to go for my Icicle Spears here. Especially because he has not yet gone for a bulk up or anything. We're going to be able to hit it 4 times as he goes for the substitute. Okay. So we should be able to potentially break the sub here with another Icicle Spear. I just need that to connect right now. We need to be careful about that. That Alakazam is Sash Alakazam if I've ever seen one, man. And I've seen a Sash Alakazam before, believe you me. So we need to go on ahead and just go for the Icicle Spear and hope it breaks the sub. Oh, no, 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 no. That's not what I wanted to see. That's not what I wanted to see. Oh, we're living. We're living. Oh, Cloyster, you god. Oh, Cloyster, you god. Okay, let's go on ahead and go for another Icicle Spear to break this thing sub. Let's get as much damage as we can on it. Because then what I need to do is I need to bring out Gengar and click probably Dazzling Gleam against this thing. So let's go on ahead and Icicle Spear one more time. Come on, Cloyster. Come on, Cloyster. All right, substitute faded. We're gonna get a little bit more damage here. 3, 4, and 5. So we connect all 5 times, which is very nice for us. So he goes for the bulk up. Not what I wanted to see. Okay. Not what I wanted to see, but that's okay. That is okay. I'm just going to go on ahead and Icicle Spear this thing. Again. I need him to knock me out is the thing. Or I need some crits. Three. There's a substitute. Okay. We need to knock this thing out. We need some big boy hits with the Icicle Spear right now. I need the biggest boy hits with Icicle Spear right now. 1, 2. Cloister. Cloister. Come on, bud. Come on, bud. Not what I needed. Crafty KOs. Cloister. All right. I need more Pico and I need Gengar still. So let's go on ahead and go out into Terrakion here. And I think what I have to do is I have to... I think I have to close combat to break this thing sub, I'd imagine. Let's go on ahead. Let's go on ahead and close combat to break this thing sub. And then he's going to knock us out with Drain Punch. Okay. Here's the Drain Punch. Crafty KOs. Terrakion. Alright, now I need to bring in Gengar and click Dazzling Gleam. That is a lot of HP that he got back. Okay, Gengar comes out. We click Dazzling Gleam. Morpeko still might be able to do something, maybe. It's not looking too hopeful for us. My opponent definitely played well, had some really great prep, but we're going to keep trying to play as close as we can. Dazzling Gleam. Go for that Razzle Dazzle here. As he withdraws. Okay. He withdraws and goes out into Jasmine, which is going to be the Palisand here. Okay. So we're going to get some damage off on this thing with Dazzling Gleam, and then we can go for a Shadow Ball to knock it out potentially as well. That does help us out with our Morpeko ultimately, I believe. Oh, big boy damage. Yeah, Shadow Ball is definitely going to knock you out. Okay. Let's go ahead and go for that Shadow Ball here. Go for that Shadow Ball. Gengar KOs Palisand. All right. Not looking too hot, but we can keep trying our best here. Sash Alakazam is about to hurt me. Sash Alakazam is about to hurt me. Let me tell you. There's no more Palisand either. If he goes on Jirachi, I think I have to go hard out into Morpeko. Let's see what he's got. Might not be Sash Sam. He's got to be Sash Sam. I feel like it's just so just obvious. Rapunzel. Oh, Primarina. Okay. So Sludge Wave knocks you out. Sludge Wave knocks you out. Let's go on ahead and pick that up here. Unless you're AV or Poison Berry. But I'll go on and go for that Sludge Wave. Oh Almost, man. All right, Scald. So Primarina KOs Gengar with Scald. Oh, and we disabled the Scald too. Okay, I don't know how much that'll do for us, but let's go on ahead and go out into Morpeko here and see what Morpeko can do, man. I don't know what we can do, but we'll try. We're sure gonna try. Let's go on ahead and go for that Aura Wheel here. Definitely go out in a Scrafty right here to get the Intimidate off. That's a no-brainer. Oh, got the Aqua Jet too. Okay. The Aqua Jet's going to hurt us a little bit. That's fine. Morpeko's going to pick up the KO here. Morpeko KOs Primarina. We did see the Aqua Jet as well. Now, I think I need to be electric type in order to knock out the Scrafty, right? Right? Here comes Mulan. Oh, actually, that's the Alakazam. So you have to be sashed. You have to be. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. I'm going for it. This is the only play I've got. You have to be Sash Jam here, knocking me out with Dazzling Gleam. Yep, there it is. Okay. Alakazam's going to pick me off here. Zam KOs Morpeko with Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, there's no way. I was about to say, there's no way. There's no way. Okay, that's going to be game. Like I said, it was a really tough matchup going into this. I'm not upset at all. I really just, it was a really hard matchup on paper, and I think maybe keeping Whimsicott around a little bit longer to help out with Scrafty would have been beneficial. That would have put a little bit more pressure on Scrafty and Palisand, but you know, played the way it was. It was a really hard matchup, and I'm okay walking away with a 3-0. I really am. So we're going to pick up a loss here. That's okay. GG's to Viz, guys. Go show some love over on his channel. Go check out his side of the battle as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Of course, if you guys have, show some love on that like button down below. If you guys are new, feel free to subscribe for more so you don't miss out on more Draft League content. All that being said, I want to remind you guys to be great and do great. I'm going to let this outro bang. I'm going to talk to you all soon. Later.